Hi Gemini, welcome to Birthday Mama Intuitive Reading. This is your reading for May 6th through whenever you find this message, there's something here for you. If you want to enter to win a free reading on 5/25, put free reading in the comments. I'll announce the winner in a separate post on that day. You can also book a personal with me on my Etsy or join my Patreon. There's a week free there if you go over there, and most of my stuff over there is a little more spiritual. So let's go. Let's just get started, see how it's going. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Beauty is your overall energy. In today's world, we certainly get disturbing messages on what beauty is. The beauty portrayed in our media has nothing to do with the universal concept of beauty. Being divinely beautiful does not have a gender or face. It is a higher vibration of character, grace, integrity, and compassion. Alchemy and You had a reading today for all signs, and she talks about beauty in the Scorpio message, so you might check that out. When we live life with this dignity, we create a beautiful arena that has a presence of safety, comfort, and openness. This opens the door for ours and another's soul's solace. Through this beauty, love manifests in whatever we do and whomever we touch. Let us face the facts. Real beauty is not made up, it is meaningful. It is not plastic, it is purity. It is not seen, it is felt. It is not power, it is purpose. It is not based on ego, it is based on empathy. Beauty is a rapture that no picture can capture. I love these cards. All right, Archangel Michael, please bring clarity through to these messages. Mother Mary, please bring compassion to these messages. And Spirit, please protect these messages as I read for my Gemini collective. Protect me as I read for my Gemini collective and send any negative energy back to sender, transmuted tenfold for the greatest good of all and harm to none. Amen, amen. So mote it be. So there's a message coming through. I felt like I needed to talk really quickly. And at the beginning of Libra's reading, which I just did, Libra was dealing with, if you're a Gemini dealing with a Libra, you might be having some communication things. You might check out Libra's reading. It's just for one of you, perhaps. All right. Page of Cups reversed, Justice upright. Page of Swords, the Fool reversed. King of Cups upright. Oh, wow. Sorry. Four of Wands reversed. Okay, if you're a Gemini divorcing a Libra, they just had, I just read for your counterpart too in the Libra reading. You might check that out. The Hangman in the external energies, the King of Wands in your internal energies, your fears. Sorry, this is your hopes, your fears, and your advice. Okay. Yeah, you and Libra, check that out. And the Hierophant reverse. So I'm talking to somebody who's probably getting a divorce or a separation. This is interesting. Because I have the Hierophant reverse and the Four of Wands reverse. You might be in separation from your twin flame if the divorce thing isn't resonating with you. Your hope is the Ace of Wands reverse. So you might have a twin flame, water or air sign. You have Aquarius energy, Page of Swords, but they might be just childish. You could have water in your chart strongly. King of Cups upright. You could have Scorpio in your chart. And you're like, I'm not giving them an apology. No, they don't deserve it. I am totally justified in not talking to this person, whoever it is that you're in separation from. You could be the runner in a twin flame dynamic. Which is totally okay, right? Twin flame connections are really difficult, and they're not always supposed to be grounded in the 3D with the Ace of Wands reverse. You may hope that it never does land in the 3D. You might actually be thinking to yourself, that'll happen when pigs fly. That's the Page of Cups. You're even if pigs did fly, I'd choose the pig. That's where you're at with this person. Pigs are really cute, by the way. I think they're cool. So I don't know. You might watch that movie Pig with Nicolas Cage in it. Why is that coming through? It's so good. Okay. What's the Page of Cups reversed? There we go. Queen of Pentacles reversed. This person may have stolen all your money. They might have just been like a bum. They just took from you. Queen of Pentacles reversed. They just didn't have their shit together, or like while you were with them, it just all fell apart for both of you. Justice. What is justice? The Eight of Wands reversed. They're just like really slow moving. They're on a slower moving timeline. They're not like evolved. Okay, I just want to like put this to spirit. Spirit, if my Gemini collective is not wanting to deal with this person, why are they here? Why are we doing a reading about them? Like, why does it matter? Queen of Wands. Okay, it matters because when you look at this person, all the things that bother you about this person, or all the things that drive you absolutely insane about this person, are supposed to indicate to you ways that you are awesome, essentially. Queen of Wands. And I don't mean that you're like needing to put this person down to fuel your ego. I mean that you've learned things in this connection, especially if it's a twin flame and separation connection, that showed you like your deepest, darkest sort of fears, insecurities, traumas, you know, like your wounds, things you probably didn't even know you had before you met them, that were like activated in connecting with them. And meeting this person has allowed you to develop this like feminine grace, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter, and intuition. Like, you have insights that you didn't have before. You're awakened to things in the astral that you maybe didn't even believe in before. And there's this light inside of you. They lit a fire in you. They activated that fire in you, or at least encountering them did. And so you probably had a major attachment to them, right? Like, at least initially. Twin flame connections are interesting like that because like they're, I would almost say that a twin flame, I don't think a twin flame connection is a trauma bond, but if you have a lot of unhealed trauma, then you're not going to ground that connection in the 3D, and it will feel like a trauma bond. And that runner chaser dynamic will continue as you move forward, because the twin flame dynamic allows you to like, that's what it does, it brings up all the unhealed stuff so that you can like heal it. And the awakened twins will like work together, you know, to work through their stuff. And sometimes even the awake first people who know like, oh, this is my twin flame, this is what's happening, like it's still too difficult for them. I think it's interesting that this is occurring in a Gemini reading as well, like your sign being the twins. This is, I don't usually do twin flame readings. I don't usually like talk too extensively about twin flames in my readings. I guess I'm being called to share with you that like I met my twin flame in this lifetime, and our connection will it's unlikely our connection will ever be grounded in the 3D, because we both had like just too much stuff to work through. And I actually feel a lot more peace with that than I would like assuming that we're going to ground that connection in the 3D, which is what I'm seeing here if you're resonating with the twin flame dynamic. But it is, and it has allowed you to like look back on what you've learned with the Page of Swords specifically, to see like how beautiful and graceful and insightful, and you have beauty at the heart of this reading with the Queen of Wands here. Like, this person has showed you, held up a mirror to your beauty, your inner and outer beauty, and the amount of compassion that you have. And you might be experiencing a feeling of like wondering if you ever saw them for who they were at all, like who they appear to be now may be extremely diminished in some way, shape, or form. You have the Fool, the Page of Cups reversed, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, because you've gone through this glow up, or you've experienced this glow up, and you've integrated all the projections. So everything that you were seeing in them as potential, how can I say this? It's what is trying to come through. It's like you saw the potential in them, and while they maybe didn't like embody that potential or ever live up to it, the fact that you saw that potential in them is more of a reflection of you and your character than it is of their character. So that's what is coming out here. The Five of Pentacles on the Fool reverse. Yeah, if this person's coming back, or if they tried to come back, you're like, no, I'm good. See ya. And vice versa, there might be like a part of you that thinks back to this person and is like, okay, like maybe, and then you're like, no, it just would never work. What's the King of Cups in your crowning energy? The Two of Wands reversed. Again, like it would never work, like just feeling like it wouldn't. The Lovers reversed. Yeah, that's pretty clear. Gemini, this is you. I feel like you're emotionally stable where you're at. I feel like especially if this is a twin flame dynamic, you're like not willing to undergo the instability in your emotional space that comes with the activation of those like qualities. You could be dealing with a fire sign. There's a lot of wands here. Like a lot. What's the Four of Wands reverse in your incoming energies? Oh, cool. Moving to calmer waters. You might be divorcing a fire sign, in separation from a fire sign, and mentally like out of sight, out of mind is what I'm hearing. You're kind of like, I'm not really worried about thinking about that person. And when you do think about that person, you're encouraged to realize again, like how much of this connection was sort of fueled by your own. I'm seeing all these wands and then this all this fire, and it's like you were throwing all these sticks on the fire, like fueling it by being like, this is potential and this is potential and this is potential. And I don't mean that in a negative way at all. I mean that like the fact that you had the willpower and the energy to fuel a fire for that long, that was clearly just like ready to fizzle out at any time. That's so interesting. It says a lot about you. Okay, what's the Hangman? Like in a good way. Judgment. You feel stuck because you've already made a judgment call. You may also feel stuck because of a Scorpio. Judgment and the King of Cups. Page of Cups reverse. So predominantly Scorpio energy, although this is a Pisces. So you might have Pisces in your chart, and this might have created for you like, I don't know, you have some new perspective that's allowing you to step into a new life, but you haven't quite taken the step yet. Why not? What's the King of Wands in your internal energies? The High Priestess reversed. Because you still haven't learned to trust your intuition yet. Like your connection with this person was super intense, and it was like, whether or not it was romantic, it doesn't matter. It could have just been a friend, right? Like that you went through something crazy with, or like you just had some experiences with. But you're not trusting your intuition because of what you went through. You feel like you want to take action, you're ready to take action, you feel like you know exactly what you want, but intuitively there's something. The Emperor. The Devil. What? I feel like there's like another person in your energy. It's not okay. This has been coming up with this King of Cups. So you have air, fire and water, right? And then there's the high priestess reversed with the hangman in your external energies, and then judgment. There could be like a Pisces involved in controlling a situation. One of your parents could be like a Pisces, and their voice is like in your head telling you what to do all the time. And so, like, you might think a lot of the time that you're taking the right action or you know exactly what to do. They could also be an Aries. You could have like an Aries mom, or you have Aries in your chart. It's like influencing your feminine aspects somehow. But it's like it's it's not your true vital energy telling you that. It's not your connection to spirit telling you like this is the action I want to take. It's the action that you're wanting to take is being fueled by the part of you or the person growing up who told you like you weren't enough, or that you say, like, we all go to school, for instance, right, when we're younger, or at least most of us go to school, and like we're told all these facts about things, and how, you know, we can't just believe what it is that we think. We've got to reference a textbook, or we've got to like reference the scientific method in order to think a certain way in order to get the right answer, right? And this is you kind of undoing or being challenged to undo some of that method of thinking, some of that methodology of thinking, so that you can allow your feminine intuition with the Queen of Wands, right, to inform your decision making. You have the King of Wands here with the High Priestess reversed and the Emperor. There's a part of you that's afraid of losing control of a situation. So instead of allowing your feminine intuition to inform your masculine rational thinking and decision making and actions, um, it's like you double down. Why is this coming out? Ace of Wands reversed, Page of Wands reversed, Ten of Pentacles, fears. No, this is your hopes and your fears and the outcome. The Hermit reversed. If, as the reading started, we talked about a Gemini dealing with a Libra, if you're dealing with a Libra, or Libra's like your twin flame and separation kind of deal, they had the Hermit reversed, the Magician, and the Ten of Pentacles in almost the same placements. But the Ten of Pentacles was upright for them, and the Magician was in the same place. So that was their advice. Their card was cooperation. So you might just be cooperating with this person in like astral space. You might have a kid with this person. You have the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Page of Wands reversed, and so you might need to like co-parent. You might be paying this person child support, and you might feel like it's draining your energy. Or your hope is that they'll pay you child support, and you're kind of worried about getting custody. They may have left you for an earth sign. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, the Hermit reversed, the Devil, Capricorn or Virgo. Okay. Kind of tired of this person. Maybe that's how you feel about them too. Like, you're just tired. You're just like, ugh, I don't. What's the Hierophant reverse? Okay. The King of Swords reversed and the Four of Pentacles upright. You're stable, you're secure, and you're holding on to your legacy to pass down to this Page of Wands child. King of Swords reversed is somebody who's a liar. They have a position of authority, they abuse it. The Hierophant reversed as well. It could be somebody in the legal system You could be experiencing corruption in the legal system. You might be hoping that this is seen. Yeah, this could be the Libra you're dealing with. King of Swords reversed. Five of Cups. They had the Five of Cups in their reading too. This is so interesting. I'm reading for, in the Star reverse, I'm reading for it's like I'm reading for a couple who you both had different reasons for separating, and for, I think you both found other people already. You just haven't gone through with like the whole contractual process of separating, whatever that means. But what you are being encouraged to see, like this, I don't know, what you're being encouraged to see is that the way things have happened has occurred in order for you to see the beauty of it in unfolding the way it did. Also, you know, to find this glow up within you. But I almost feel like that's secondary. There's something about you seeing the machinations of manifestation unfold that kind of blows your mind. Why? Okay, I want to know what are you manifesting? Two of Pentacles. You are manifesting things coming into balance. Theirs was reversed. So you're definitely dealing with a Libra. I don't know who they are. They could have Libra in the chart. Six of Cups reversed. You both like were kind of just, either you were married or together for the kids, or you were like in it for the routine, or there was something like this is supposed to be, right? Like there was some sort of predetermined thinking about the connection, but it was like inherently uneven because of this. Six of Wands reverse. Okay, I feel like Seven of Wands reverse. This person that you're dealing with, or who you have been dealing with, is gonna, they've said something to you, and it might make you feel it might have made you feel like pretty awful. You're emotionally balanced about it, but you're also like, man, we went through all this to like wind up somewhere that we didn't even wind up, because like it's all falling apart anyways. But there's something about, I'm getting this like feeling of a house of cards just falling. There's something about this happening that's actually super relieving for you somehow. It's like all these people come out of the woodwork who you didn't realize were sort of either part of this person's life, or like could be a part of your life. Like your life opens up because of this in a way that it wouldn't have before. And there's something about you seeing this that makes you feel like it's beautiful. You take your guard down, and while there's some sort of loss of energy, or loss of like what it is you've put all of your energy into, like there's something else that occurs because of it that you're like, whoa, and it sort of resets your whole vision of things, your whole judgment of things, obsessions, unhealthy habits, especially in like predetermined thinking, what's supposed to be, what should be, like all those sort of notions, those all get like turned on their head. And you see things very clearly for what they are. And instead of this Two of Wands being upright, where you sort of step through the doorway and you have the world in your hands, but you don't really feel anything about it, you have the Judgment card instead, which is like, okay, the heavens part and the angels blow their horns, and you rise up out of the grave and like walk into your new life. It's like this whole level of like drama that wasn't in like a good way, like a theatrical, like the universe showing you, I'm here kind of way, and you're like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. Okay, I guess we'll get, oops, sorry about that, I hit the mic. The air sign readings have been really cool. Happy 5/5, by the way. I feel like today's the day of change. Changes. So, happy Cinco de Mayo. So, I'm going to just get a little bit more clarity on the outcome for you and advice for you before we go, because I'm enjoying this reading a lot. I'm enjoying this energy a lot. 9 of Swords upright. Okay, definitely dealing with a Libra. Crazy. Just because that was like their energy reversed. You might have a Queen of Cups. Like if you're a King of Cups or you have Scorpio in your chart, right? You might have like a significant other already. And this person might not. Yeah, King of Cups. There it is. All right. This is your outcome. The moon reverse. Okay. Things being revealed. You might be connected to somebody who's emotionally unbalanced. Like you're very balanced. You had King of Cups upright in your crowning energy, but this person you're dealing with might not be. And it might be like kind of being revealed to them. What's your outcome? The Knight of Cups. They might send you a message. It could be in the astral, like in your dream state. You could actually have like an awakening. We talked about the astral, right? Because you had the Queen of Wands. You could actually experience like a dream or like a vision that makes you realize they've been sending you suggestive like astral energies this whole time. The Libra I was reading for had a lot more going on like in the 5D in their spiritual world. So if you're dealing with Libra, just check that reading out. It's really interesting and compare contrast. Or if you have Libra in your chart, right, and you're not dealing with anybody. But you could be getting like messages in your dream state or in the astral that have been coming from someone else or the external. And they like send you a message to tell you this, like, oh, by the way, I showed up in your dream last night. Did you see me? Or I sent you like a vision of 2 dogs howling at the moon last night. Did you see that? Wow. 4 of Pentacles. You're like, dude, I'm just trying to be stable. Like, Queen of Pentacles reverse. There could be a Capricorn who's like obsessed with your person, who's sending like money spells your way to undo your stability and your security so that this person will like leave you. Queen of Swords reversed. Yeah, this Knight of Cups brings a message about what's been going on emotionally, and it's not very well crafted. How do you take this message? 3 of Swords reversed. It's like you already knew. It breaks their heart more than yours. King of Swords. Queen of Swords reverse. Yeah. Something about them delivering this message brings clarity so that they don't feel like delusional anymore. They you gotta look at Libra's reading. They feel like heartbroken even in a connection with you. And they feel heartbroken like having to disconnect from you. There's just too much like energy being sent towards you. Ace of Wands reversed. They could have been like not, if you're in a connection with somebody, they could have like not been having sex with you, or vice, like you could have just not been having sex, or like not being able, you could have experienced a creative block or something, and it was because some delusional freaking person who is really interested in your person was doing spell work in the dream state. The full reverse. Ace of Swords. Yeah, they didn't want you to have a new beginning. So if you're in a twin flame connection in separation and you do want it to be grounded in reality, which I don't think you do. I think you're like, I don't want anything to do with any of this. Like, take it away. Go away. But if you do, then it appears that a lot of the doubts you've been having or the desires for separation and stuff have been like projected into your dream state by some person who literally like they fumble around. I'm hearing fumble around the astral realm, like thinking that they know what the hell they're doing, which is not a place where you should be just fumbling around. What? Okay, this is like interesting. Anything else for Gemini? What do you do about this, Gemini? The Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant just went. It was reversed in the outcome. Today's 5-5, so you might be getting like the key to how to ground your spiritual energy or how to begin to manifest what it is you desire. You might be moving towards more traditional connections. You could have been in a connection that was like, first of all, if you're a twin flame in separation and you're experiencing like, ooh, 5D like love affair or something, like this could be you being like, no, I'm done with that. Like I don't want anything to do with that. I'm just gonna have a normal, like, I'm just gonna manifest like a normal connection. I don't even want to think about twin flames or 5D or astral anything. Let me focus on my pentacles. Let me focus on um you know like where I need to go, like putting my energy where it needs to go. And let me focus on what's true, what's fact, what's reality right in front of me. Okay. The Magician reverse. You're not even wanting to manifest. Like you're like, I'm not even going to try manifesting. I'm just going to actually focus on like my pentacles. You're very much like, let me just ground things in reality. You have 555 here. 5 of Wands, the Hierophant, and the 5 of Cups. You might like overcorrect a little bit in moving forward with your 3D to make up for any sort of, what I'm hearing is like you feel like is lost time. Maybe exploring the occult. I don't know why, but in this reading I'm getting a sense that you were being like, maybe you lived on a commune with a lot of people, or like in an alternative housing situation or something, but it was becoming like cultish. There was something about your surroundings that was becoming dogmatic, but not in a good way. Like, not that dogma really necessarily ever is, but it was becoming like tyrannical. You had the Emperor, right, and the Devil in that first reading. I don't know. There was something about the connections you were in, the people you were around. You could work in academics. You could be a writer, or you could be like a professor or PhD. I'm hearing, and like there was something about, I'm hearing the echo chamber. There was something about the echo chamber that was becoming like, there was no new feedback and it was becoming myopic. So if you work in a position of authority somehow, you are able to correct this in how you practice your position. And it has to do with relinquishing some aspect of control that's been taken on by this magician attitude. 5 of Swords. You gotta look at Libra's reading. You have victory, and you also are looking back like That shouldn't have been necessary. Why was that even necessary? Eight of Swords reversed. The Chariot reversed. Knight of Pentacles. Because there's something about the influence of the 5D on the 3D. You and Libra have something to learn about. Like, you're both learning about, like, you can be as powerful as, like, Merlin and Mab in the 5D, right? You could manifest anything you want. You could think about a car and have it tomorrow by some crazy circumstance. The universe was just like, boop, here you go. But the cost on your, like, connection with the 3D was really heavy. Like, you lost touch. You both did. You both lost touch with reality. And there's something precious about being in the small moments. Things like smelling a flower in spring, feeling the rain on your face instead of just running inside, right? Like, there's these sensory things that you were missing. I think that's why the Queen of Wands was in your tools that you're working with. You're being encouraged to look back on everything that happened and really see the beauty. Beauty is a rapture no picture can capture. You might have been doing something like quantum influence through pictures, like vision boards, you know? But you got really, really good at it, you and this person together. Whoa. Yeah, you two certainly had an experience, whoever you are. I'm really interested. But you're now getting grounded again in reality and slowly, slowly, slowly planting seeds for a legacy in the 3D. I want to keep reading for you. I'm going to just do a few more minutes, just because I want to see, how do you go about planting these seeds? That was quick. Enjoy the company around you. You may have a coven or be in a coven. Enjoy your company. 10 of Cups. Enjoy things that bring you emotional fulfillment. Your family. These small moments, right? The Moon reversed. Knight of Cups. Okay. If you are accustomed to diluting yourself into your manifestations, like, you use affirmations and change your mindset to manifest things that are, like, material or even emotional. The Moon reverse is telling me, like, the offer is in the moment. The offer is right in front of you. Enter the flow. Enter your flow state. Okay, Five of Swords, the Magician reversed again. Yeah. There's something here about, like, you may have been able to manifest everything you needed, wanted, desired, but there was something about, like, something was missing. The sword, the clarity, it was all in the mind. Oh, You got to match your emotional state with the outcome, and grounding your thoughts, your knowledge into the emotional is a whole different thing. This is you conceptualizing what is the perfect outcome versus admitting to yourself what feels right and allowing that. So you're allowing what feels right, and it's not what you thought it was. And that's not a bad thing. I think it's really good. Queen of Swords reverse. Yeah, you might grieve a separation um from something, someone, but it wasn't even, the inputs weren't even like, you have the infinity symbol on both of these cards and they're both reversed. It wasn't sustainable. Seven of Pentacles. Something you're planting seeds for now is, because you're taking your time. You're not just thinking about it. You're feeling it. You're feeling it out. You're taking your time. You're enjoying the process, the steps along the way. Death reverse. Oh, you may have lost somebody. No, I think this is that if you were dealing with a Scorpio, like they weren't. You got Scorpio here twice, and you had that King of Cups show up. They weren't it. I don't know. They weren't it. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Page of Swords. Yeah. Just look back on everything that happened and know how much you learned from it. I know it doesn't offer much solace right now, but there's plenty around you, the universe is showing me, to emotionally fill your cups. And you go from the 3 to the 10. It feels like it's moving slowly right now. You're refilling your emotional cups, and it's hard because between the 3 and the 10 is the 5, right? We have grief. We have letting go of what doesn't work for us in order to see what does. You have the Emperor here on the bottom again, though. You're getting to a space where you are taking command and control of your environment in a way that is allowing you to see it with like an overview, like the Emperor, right? Like, you know what's good for you, and you also understand what's good for those around you, and you can make choices for the greatest good of all and see the beauty of that unfolding. Okay. Wow, Gemini. Okay, if that resonated, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.